draw it out to a point. So I'm pushing as I hit. And I'll change it up and turn it to 90 degrees. Otherwise it gets too wide and too thin, and that's not what I want. I want to make a point on this. I want to draw it out to a taper at the same time. So one way it'll be thin and the other way it'll be wide, down to a point. The hotter you keep it, the easier it is to hammer. If you let it get cold, you'll fracture the metal. You can break an anvil by beating cold steel with a big hammer. So you don't want to ever do that. Alright, I'm making the same hook. I put a small nose on this. So I'll just make it a typical. Alright, that's about what I want in the ways of pointiness and thickness. See how thin it is?
Oh, yeah.
How it tapers up. It's a little bit thicker, wider that way, but tapers up. I'm going to take and coil that and then make my hook out of it. Put the little round on the end so you don't have something sharp to stab somebody. This is the neat part. Roll it over. Tap on it like this. I'm holding it against me. Get it to here. See how it's sticking up? There's all these different surfaces on an anvil. I just roll it right around. Gotta warm it up a little bit. Now to close that, see where it's sitting, it's open. I use it like here on the side. Tap it, that brings that corner up tight. A little bit this way.
Oh.
And there's my tip.
Nice.
That won't stab anybody. Then the next step, this takes a few minutes. Heat the whole thing up about down to here. A couple inches worth. I'll make this look real easy, but it took a lot of practice to make this look real easy when I roll this into a hook.
The bad thing is, blacksmithing is a dying art.
It is. I mean, 100 years ago they started making automobiles on factories, then you became a specialist. You put spokes in a wheel. You're a shock absorber rubber stuffer. It's my favorite one. But I mean, you had a specialty. You didn't do everything like the smith built a wagon. He did all the woodwork, he did the wheels, he did the metal parts. That's gone. Now everybody does one thing on the assembly line. So that's where the blacksmith pretty much died off with the modern machinery and techniques.
Everything's stamped now. And
right. Mass production up to World War II especially reached a new high, you know, in production levels and what they can do. Not quite enough, a little more. Now that tip that we just curled, that's red hot. If I hammer that to close this into a hook, I will destroy that. I don't want to do that.
I ain't seen you in a
So
minute,
what
bro.
you do is you take and you tip it.
Finally found someone we know.
Just the end is cold.
ah.
Now I won't crush it because it's cold, it's frozen in place. And then you just use the surfaces. Like I said, I make this look kind of easy. I've done a few of these. You can go this way and bring it back up around. Things like different ways like that to get a hook that I like. And you end up with a hook. I can close it more a little if I like. I do about anything I want.
Sure you did. Where?
And it's still pretty hot. I could do that after the color's gone. It's still that hot.
Wow.
So you gotta be careful when you pick stuff up. Don't try that at home. But it's as simple as a hook can be. So then from there I'll cut it off, I'll flatten the end, I'll put a twist in it.
Finally found someone we know.
So it becomes a hook. And that's where it becomes that.
It's up because I saw Woody out there. Like, Woody, and then I saw you.
I know lighting sucks, sorry.
And I saw you again. I was like, oh.
And shoot a little flat black on it, everything's flat black.
Everything looks better in flat black.
That's how
Well, all my stuff is.
Yeah, listen to like not.
Like I made 10 of these or so yesterday. I just gotta put the finishing touch on them. So. People come up, they want some unusual things sometimes.